I think we all have this idea of the person we need to be to receive the things we want. So that could be a job opportunity, a business, or the kind of relationship that you want. We have this idea of the qualities that you need to embody, of the person you need to be to receive those things. And so when we want that, we often start performing a little bit. We put on the persona of the person that we think we need to be to receive those things. And sometimes that just means that we really emphasize the qualities we already have and we just ignore the flaws. Or sometimes we put on more of a persona altogether. It can be subtle, it can be a little bit more obvious. There's a lot of nuances. But I think we all recognize that feeling that you go to a job interview, or you present yourself as a business owner, or you have a first date, or even when you have a birthday party where you don't know anybody and you want to come across just a little bit better than you are. And so we start just putting on this sort of persona. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that. It's a superhuman quality. I think we feel a little bit uncertain in those situations, a little bit vulnerable. And putting on that performance can almost be a bit of a shield against that vulnerability where we're like, we make ourselves a little bit bigger to appear more confident than we are. But over time, as we do this, we also kind of create the narrative that we as we aren't good enough to receive what we want, and that we need to ignore or hide a part of ourselves to fit in and to receive that. And when we do that, when we move through life like that, where we, really emphasize our strengths and ignore the parts we don't like about ourselves, we create a life where we have to keep performing because we've established our relationships or opportunities from a place of that performance, and we have to almost keep that up to keep it going. And it takes a lot of vulnerability to be like, hey, I am going to show up in those situations as myself. Even when I feel vulnerable, even when I'm still figuring it out, even when I'm not fully confident, I am gonna just be there as myself because that is enough. And then all the opportunities that will come my way and all the people that I meet that I really connect with are really aligned with me because I really showed up as me. So you're able to recognize those opportunities, and those opportunities can recognize you as well. And this takes some practice if this is something you're not used to. And it takes a lot of honesty to really look at, hey, where am I performing? What are the areas of life where I don't feel fully confident showing up as myself? And what does that performance look like? And what have I told myself about the person I need to be to receive that relationship, to have the business or the work opportunity? And what does that say about me? What does that say about the parts of me that I've chosen to hide? Because we're all multifaceted beings. And I think a lot of times our strengths come with matching flaws. So when you're a really creative person, you're probably also going to be a little bit chaotic. And if you're super organized and detail oriented, you might have some trouble with changes and find that a little bit hard. So those are kind of two sides of the same coin. And when we really fully accept that and are like, hey, we come as a package and we are always enough as we are for the things we want, that is really powerful. That means that we really get to feel at home in our lives and we don't have that disconnect between the person I need to be at work or in that relationship and the person that I really am. And that is really liberating when you allow yourself to really do that.